Hello, everyone. Welcome to Club Passim. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. How's everyone doing? Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out on a Monday. Just a couple quick things before we get to your music for tonight. I need to point out our fire exits. There's one up there on stage just for emergencies. There's the normal exit back out the way you came. Please take this moment to silence your cell phones and turn off your flash. And also try to keep the aisles clear for yourselves and for your server, Alex. Let's have a hand for Alex taking care of you tonight. We are going to have a short intermission in between acts tonight, but Alex will be coming around to your tables, taking care of you the whole night, so please do be good to them. Is it anyone's first time to Club Passim? Oh, a bunch of new folks, amazing, including some of our musicians tonight. Welcome to the club and welcome back to the rest of you. For those of you who don't know much about us, we here at Passim are a nonprofit organization, and that means that we rely on your support to keep running. It is because of your support that we have been a venue in Harvard Square for over 65 years. There's some great history in these walls, but what we are celebrating tonight is the future. This is our Discovery Series, our monthly show where we set aside a couple acts that are either new to the room or might be trying out some new music. This is a really great way for you to connect with some new music and new musicians. So we hope that you enjoy the folks that you don't know yet tonight. In addition to the shows that we put on here in the club 7 nights a week, we also run a school of music upstairs. Most of the teachers are also people that perform down here in the club. So if you see music that you like, if you're inspired by things tonight, you can also do some more musical things yourself. We also have several grant parts of Passim to help support the local music community in New England. And if you would like to become more involved, we also have a membership program. If you'd like to become a member, you can talk to Chuck, who I'm sure you've already talked to tonight. He's the one coming around giving away gifts of music, and you'll be hearing from him a bit more at intermission. Or you can talk to Mia out at the box office, who can set you up with a membership. We also have free student membership. So if you are a current student, we would love to sign you up for free student membership so that you can get some great perks back. You get discounts on shows that you come to. You get to watch the live stream for free. Hi, Internet. Thank you for joining us. And you get to buy tickets before everyone else. So for shows that are really full, you get to pick your favorite seat in the room. So thank you for coming out and getting involved with us. There's a lot that we do here, and we're excited that you're a part of it. Up in a bit, we are going to have Catfish in the Sky. But up first, we have an act that we were proud to present at one of our campfire festivals, but under a different name. She's sort of rebranding. So this feels like the first time on our stage. Please help me welcome Kate McCann.
Hello. This is Kate McCann, formerly Princess Pine. I've decided to embrace my God-given name. But, you know, my merch and CD still says Princess Pine, and Princess Pine is still part of my story. But yeah, I just felt like I didn't need the name standing between me and my music anymore, so go figure. Thanks so much for having me. It's a real honor to be here in this legendary venue. I had such a good time at Campfire Fest, and I'm so happy to be back, and I'm so excited to be here with Catfish in the Sky. I play a variety of different traditional folk genres, as well as some original music inspired by those genres and my time spent studying and absorbing them. And I'm going to start with an unaccompanied song that I have written, and it is off of my EP that I released last year, in the summer of last year. And I will talk a little bit more about that after I play some music. Quiet, hazy morning, birds are in the sky. Sheep are in the meadow, pigs are in the sty. I am in the garden, tending by and by, and the ships come in. Seeds are in the soil, dormant in the land. Far off waves are crashing in my true love's hand. Universe unfolding on each grain of sand, and the ships come in, and I wonder where they've been, and the light is growing dim. Corn stalks like a tower, tower like a mast. King pines in the ocean, tall and floating vast. Bring us fish and lumber, cod and oak and ash, and the ships come in, and I wonder where they've been, and the light is growing dim. Dark on the horizon, darkness on my mind. Far off bells are tolling in the great sublime. Keep on sailing onwards past the ends of time, and the ships come in, and I wonder where they've been, and the light is growing dim. Oh, a blacksmith courted me 9 months and better. He fairly won my heart, he wrote me a letter. With his hammer in his hands, he looked quite clever. And if I was with my love, I would live forever. But where's my love gone with his cheeks like roses? He's gone across the sea, gathering primroses. I'm afraid the shining sun might burn and scorch his beauty. And if I was with my love, I would do my duty. Strange news has come to town, strange news is carried. Strange news flies up and down that my love is married. Though I wish them both much joy, and they can't hear me, so may God reward them well for the slighting of me. Don't you remember when you lay beside me? You said you'd marry me and not deny me. If I said I'd marry you, it was only for to try you. So bring your witness, love, and I'll not deny you. Oh, witness have I none save God Almighty, and may He reward you well for the slighting of me. Her lips grew pale and wan, it made her poor heart tremble, to think she loved the one, and he proved deceitful. Courted me 9 months and better. He fairly won my heart, he wrote me a letter. With his hammer in his hands, he looked quite clever. And if I was with my love, I would live forever. Thank you. So I released released my first ever EP over the summer. I recorded it, which was exciting. Yeah, thank you. I recorded it in Maine with this amazing sound engineer who's actually kind of got a cult following in the experimental metal world. But he was really excited to do a folk project too, and I loved having his ears just kind of from a different perspective working on it. But it's all music inspired by my time working at the Mystic Seaport Museum, which I did during 2019. I was hired as a shantyman, and they hire people, folk musicians, to perform and demonstrate sea shanties and traditional music from the Great Age of Sail, which is like the late 19th century, early 20th century. And I wasn't super familiar with sea shanties up until that point, but I was really taken by the richness of the tradition. It's a very multicultural tradition. You know, sailors working on these vessels were crews made up from people all over the world. So some could argue it was the first world music. And sea shanties themselves. Who here is into sea shanties? Let's start with that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So apologies if I'm, telling you something you already know, but yeah, it's very exciting stuff. So sea shanties, a common misconception, is not just a song about the sea, but a shanty is a work song specifically. So there is songs about the sea within the tradition, but a shanty is a song that goes with a particular task that they used on board ships to get jobs done, which I think is pretty cool. And then it was during when there was engines on board and lots of noise, and they didn't really need as many humans to do the labor. That's kind of when the tradition went away. And then it came back during the folk revival as sort of a social thing. And so this EP I recorded is a mix of some traditional songs and then songs I've written inspired by the tradition. No direct shanties on the CD, but I would love to sing a sea shanty with y'all. Because it's not just me who can sing the sea shanty. It's a very participatory thing. So I hope some of y'all would join in. And then I'm going to play one of the songs from my EP that was inspired by just phrases of shanties. It was a very improvised tradition because sometimes you had to keep just going if the task was taking a long time. And then when the task was complete, you stopped singing because the work was over. And I kind of was inspired to write a little song in almost like a Bob Dylan-y impressionistic way, pulling sea shanty phrases. But yeah, I would love to sing a sea shanty with y'all. I will teach it to you, and I would love it if you joined in. This one is called Shallow Brown, and it goes like this. I will demonstrate it. It's a halyard shanty. It would be used for raising a sail on a yard. You're pulling on a rope, a line, in rhythm to raise the sail, and it's the use of the rhythm of the song would be what coordinates the labor. And a big part of this comes from West African labor traditions. That's really the root of that form of tradition, because there's not a whole lot of examples of it in European labor traditions, and I will stop nerding out about it there, but I just had to get that little bit in, and if you really want to nerd out about it more, talk to me after the show. Okay. Well, a Yankee ship went down the river, shallow, shallow brown. Well, a Yankee ship went down the river, shallow, shallow brown. And I'll sing a line that goes like this. Shallow, shallow brown. And I'll sing a line that goes like this. Shallow, shallow brown. And who do you think was captain of her? Shallow, shallow brown. Well, a Yankee mate and a lime juice skipper. Shallow, shallow brown. And what do you think we had for dinner? Shallow, shallow brown. Well, a monkey's tails and a parrot's liver. Shallow, shallow brown. It's shallow, shallow in the morning. Shallow, shallow brown. It's shallow as the day is dawning. Shallow, shallow brown. I'll go and get my clothes in order. Shallow, and I'll be gone across the border. Shallow, shallow brown. And do I love you, Juliana? Shallow, shallow brown. Oh, yes, I love you, Juliana. Shallow, shallow brown. It's shallow, shallow in the morning. Shallow, shallow brown. It's shallow as the day is dawning. Shallow, shallow brown. High enough. Good job. That's what they would say when the sail was on. Yeah, good job. Yeah, thanks for getting in there. That makes me want to sing more with you all. Smoke pouring out of a boxcar door. Fool is in your dooryard once more, where there's a lion and a unicorn, riding on a donkey. He lives in a lighthouse now. He lives in that tall stone tower. Watch the boats go north and south, while riding on a donkey. Shallow, shallow in the morning. Shallow as the day is dawning. Shots were fired with no warning, while riding on a donkey. Shallow, shallow all the day. The water's shallow in the bay. Thought I heard the captain say, we're riding on a donkey, riding on a donkey, riding on a donkey. This next song is another maritime-inspired song that I wrote about my time working as a deckhand on the Victory Chimes schooner in Maine. I had the privilege of, yeah, right on. That's great that you know about the Victory Chimes. The three-masted schooner, which is kind of rare. She's no longer sailing, but it was her last season. I had the experience of working as a deckhand and sailing down from Maine to Mystic, back to Mystic Seaport. Mystic, also the town I grew up in, so there was a lot of meaning there. And she was hauled out in the shipyard, put on dry dock, and then I lived on the boat for a month in the shipyard while we fit her out for the season. So this song is about that experience, kind of coming home from a new perspective. And exciting enough, it won the Maine Songwriters Association Song of the Year award in this last year. Thank you. It was a real honor. So this is Bone Dry. left the dock at sunset, headed down the coast. The lines cast off and coiled, and now we're sailing home. But like this ship, I've had no home since many years ago. We stay close to the shore. I've been down here before, but I've never come this way. Put on the night watch, there's no sleeping anyway. How the great Atlantic heaves the hull in her sway, and with each creak and thought and pitter-patter of the rain, at 2 a.m. I rise on deck in stormy skies, tea and oilskins, but she's bone dry, high as a kite, dark as the night, far from the harbor, out on the water, passing by. She's bone dry. Mouth of the river, waiting for the light. Hear the foghorn cutting through the stillness of the night. And when the daylight breaks and the anchor is away, we'll make our way down to another seaport town. They say it's different. Down in the shipyard and up on the Hard, the men swinging hammers as if they think they're God, and me and her on solid ground but looking out of place, plucked from her home, nowhere left to roam, floating aimless. Now that she's bone dry, high as a kite, dark as the night, safe in the harbor, out of the water, on standby. She's bone dry, and at night you get your fill while I walk to the church on the hill, watching as the boats light up the sound, anchored in their home, floating in the gloaming, a part of their soul still out at sea. So I love music from all sorts of different folk traditions. Irish music was Irish ballads was kind of got me away from classical into the folk music world when I was a student in college. And so this is a song I learned in Ireland. I had the privilege of studying abroad in Ireland when I was a student and collecting some songs over there. And I've chosen this one and the tune after because I also love themed songs, and it's winter, and these are some wintry songs. It's still winter. Seems like we're coming over the hump, but maybe not in Boston here. I guess it's getting its winter in, starting in a few hours, probably. Again, if you want to sing along on the chorus, feel free. This is Ho Ro Johnny, and then Cold Frosty Morning, which is an American old-time tune. Oh, hurrah, my Johnny, won't you come home soon? The winter is coming and I'm all alone. The candle is burning at my window low, and the wild geese, they are going home. A young man's love is something to behold. First it burns and then it soon grows cold. He'll whisper in the moonlight and your hand he'll hold. Then he'll vanish like the morning dew. Oh, hurrah, my Johnny, won't you come home soon? The winter is coming and I'm all alone. The candle is burning at my window low, and the wild geese, they are going home. He'll court you in a meadow in the summertime. When first you love, it is the sweetest wine. He'll promise you a golden ring, and then one day he will vanish like the morning dew. Oh, hurrah, my Johnny, won't you come home soon? The winter is coming and I'm all alone. The candle is burning at my window low, and the wild geese, they are going home. You'll be waiting for his footsteps in a lonely room. Listen closely, he'll be coming soon. Your heart, it will be breaking by the early dawn, and he'll vanish like the morning dew. Oh, hurrah, my Johnny, won't you come home soon? The winter is coming and I'm all alone. The candle is burning at my window low, and the wild geese, they are going home. Oh, hurrah, my Johnny, won't you come home soon? The winter is coming and I'm all alone. The candle is burning at my window low, and the wild geese, they are going home. I'm gonna just play a couple of just classic traditional songs that I love very much. Let's get this buddy in tune. Spare you all from banjo jokes. This is one of my favorite ones. How do you get a banjo in tune? You don't. I do like that one. Okay. I'm gonna play. I've got time for a few more. Oops. And I think one more traditional. Once I get back in tune here. Just a kind of a testament to the mishmash of how I've learned traditional music. These two songs I learned when I was living in New Zealand on a working holiday visa, which is so random. I found a banjo player, her name's Helena Faust. She lived in West Virginia for like 10 years, and she was the son of a banjo player, Luke Faust, who like played with like the Fugs and stuff. And anyway, it just was a weird, you wouldn't have thought that I would have learned a lot of my banjo music not over there. But there you go. That's the tradition, huh? She's a pretty bird, and she warbles as she flies. She never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day of July. Build me a log cabin on a mountain so high, so I can see Willie as he goes passing by. I've played cards in England. I've played cards in Maine. I bet you $5 I beat you next game. Jack of diamonds, I know you from old. You rob my poor pockets of silver and of gold. She's a pretty bird, and she warbles as she flies. She never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day of July. Can I squeeze in one more? Yes. Okay. All right, this will be my last song. This is one I wrote. It was one of the first songs I ever wrote, and I did not finish it until 10 years later, one of those. During the early days of the pandemic, I finally finished it. Thank you so much for having me. This is such a treat. It's so great to play here. Really wonderful, and I'm so excited to see Catfish in the sky. Yeah, really, really looking forward to it. And thanks again, Abby and Matt, for having me come back. Such a treat. This is called End of All Things. Once there was this girl that I would love until the end of all things. Once there was this girl that I would love until the end of all things. But I don't know her name, I don't know her name, I don't know her name, and I would laugh until the end of all things. I don't know her name, I don't know her name, I don't know her name, and I would laugh until the end of all things. Once there was this boy that I would love until the end of all things. Once there was this boy that I would love until the end of all things. But I don't know his name, I don't know his name, I don't know his name, and we would laugh until the end of all things. I don't know his name, I don't know his name, I don't know his name, and we would laugh until the end of all things. Once there was this place where we would go to watch the end of all things. Once there was this place where we would go to watch the end of all things. But I don't know its name, I don't know its name, I don't know its name, and we would laugh until the end of all things. I don't know its name, I don't know its name, I don't know its name, and we would laugh until the end of all things. Lady in the tower sat by the door for hours, waiting for someone to come. She's looking in the mirror where the images deceive her. She's looking for her lover, she's looking for each other. And in another place and time, across a busy city street, they'll catch each other's eyes, and in the corner of their minds think, I've seen you before. But I don't know your name, I don't know your name, I don't know your name, and they would laugh until the end of all things. I don't know your name, I don't know her name, I don't know your name, and they would laugh until the end of all things. I don't know your, I don't know your, I don't know your name. I don't know her,
And that's Kate McCann. You can find her EPs for sale out in the lobby under the name Princess Pine. But I know she's working on some new music, so maybe we'll get another album under Kate McCann sometime soon too.
The Princess Pine stickers are still cool, even though they don't say my name.
Well, thanks to Kate for kicking things off for us tonight. We're going to take a short break and be back up soon with Catfish in the Sky. Before we move on to our second act for tonight, I'm going to hand things over to someone who you may have spoken to before as he was going around talking about Passim and giving out some free music. He's going to tell you a bit more about this Discovery series that we have been doing for 9 years now here at the club. He is Passim's favorite volunteer. Please welcome Chuck Honnett.
Hi there, everyone. As always, it's a wonderful privilege to be here at the Discovery Series with you as we all experience new music to the Club Passim stage. This idea was born out of a visit actually to the Folk Alliance in Kansas City, which is happening in just another week's time. And we were sitting around having lunch and said, we need a showcase series here. And so that's how the Discovery Series came into being. And it's such a wonderful thing that we've been able to do this once a month. We're here the second Monday of the month with new music for Club Passim. Sometimes it's an artist or artists that have performed here at the club in Campfire Festival or maybe an open mic. Sometimes it's artists that are just coming through town, and it's a wonderful opportunity to be introduced to a new audience here at the club. But it gives the featured artists a whole set to play on the Passim stage, which is, we all know is legendary. So we want to thank Club Passim for sponsoring this series, right? And welcoming all of you. Just a quick thing that Abby mentioned about membership. Membership is a great thing to do here at the club. If you're a student, you get free membership. You get discounts on all the shows. Buy tickets before everyone else. We now live stream all our shows. And you get free live streaming if you're a member. So please consider it as a nonprofit. We're dependent on having everybody come here, not only listen to live music, but then also supporting us in that way. So what I'm going to do is just give you a preview of next month's show, and then I'm going to give away some free music on stage, which will be a big surprise, although the audience knows what I'm about to do. So next month we're going to be here on March 11th. And now I'll remember to put on my glasses, which I usually forget to do, and then I fumble. But tonight I'm very calm, and I will do this in a very wonderful way. Look at that. All right, so we have two artists that are going to be playing next month. Sandy Bailey. Sandy's sound has been compared to the spectrum of acts including Nora Jones, Patsy Cline, Susan Tedeschi, and Patti Smith. And she's got a sound all of her own, and she's got a latest recording in 2023. So that's going to be a great show to be here for. And also, we're going to feature a couple of artists that are no strangers to Club Passim. One of the traditions of Club Passim is we have artists that actually not only perform here at the club, that start their career at the club when they're very young, but they also then end up working here sometimes to make ends meet as they start to advance their career. And so Micah John and Lillian Chase are two of those wonderful artists. I think Micah started playing here when she was how old? 15 years old, okay? So Micah John and Lillian Chase will be here. Micah is an award-winning fiddler, guitarist, and singer. It says here she's 17, so thank you, Matt, for reminding me. And she spent the last decade immersed in the roots music community of the Northeast and has performed here at the Burn in the Back Room and won a couple of bluegrass contests. Lillian is a 19-year-old fiddler and vocalist. She grew up enveloped in the old-time and bluegrass scene in Asheville, North Carolina. And so they come together as a group, and it's going to be an amazing show. So that's next month's show. And one of the traditions we also have in the Discovery Series is we give away artist CDs that have been signed by the artists to our audience members who've been kind enough to put their names secretly in a picture. So I'm going to get the picture now. And this is the first time I get to introduce a CD from an artist and who is formerly Princess Pine. So the artist formerly known as Princess Pine, and now it's Kate McCann. And this is a signed CD by Kate, because that's who it really is. And so I'm going to reach in here and pull out a name.
Let's get a drum roll.
There we go. Oh, thank you. Sound effects. That's a first for the Discovery Series. Thank you so much. Jess Cox, are you here in the audience? Please, come on up. Special signed CD for you. And now, Catfish in the Sky. Our next act has an EP, and this has been signed by all the band members. Can you believe it? So I'm going to reach in here and pick out another name. Joe Gallagher. I'm sorry, Joe. Come on up. Yeah, Joe is visiting. I talked to them before that they came from, they're in Rhode Island, but they come from California. They're going to be traveling back. It's their first time at Club Passim. I'm trying to convince them to watch shows on a live stream, which I think they're now going to do because, hey, you've been almost on the stage at Club Passim, Joe. So this is a great opportunity. So I want to thank Matt Smith, managing director here, who has been such a support for the Discovery Series, but also is working the live stream tonight, and it's a special day for him. Abby Smith, who's on, Abby Altman, who is on, Abby Altman, who is on sound, and she's also the club director here at Club Passim, me in the box office. Alex, they're serving you tonight, getting you all the food. Thank you to everybody and the artists that are performing, and away we go with Catfish in the Sky.
That's a tough opener. Like, I'm so tired after that. All right, hi. We're Catfish in the Sky. Thank you all for staying. It's late, we know that. I would be in bed right now if I didn't have to be here, but I like being here, so it works out for me. I wouldn't be in bed. I go to bed at 3.
We're college students. What do you expect?
Yeah. You can only expect so much from me. All right, this next one is one I wrote. We've been throwing it around a bit. It's on YouTube. This one's not on our EP, but will hopefully be on an album that we release on Spotify sometime soon, we hope. So we're going to work on that. Follow us on Instagram if you want to know when that happens. This song is called Take Me Away. Got you. Give me the first note. Thank you. Go. Sweet. 1, 2, 3. Girls on a mission, running back to say she's superstitious. Troubled in her head, she's lying to a bishop, asking God to take the pain away. She said it's all her fault. She wants forgiveness for a love she's not got. For she had it at one point, now it's lost. 'Cause she's worried that her true self will be caught. Saying, can't you take me? Can't you take me away? Can't you take me? Can't you take me away? I've lost everything. I've lost everything. And I've got nothing but the words saying I'm not okay. The boy who stole the kisses left with nothing but the heart of his missus. The only truth he told was saying he would miss it. Too bad he's gone away, chasing that first feeling. Caught up on what was lost, words escape him as he cries out for God. For there's nothing left but saying he's at fault. Yelling to the heavens, crying as he falls. Saying, can't you take me? Can't you take me away? Can't you take me? Can't you take me away? I've lost everything. I've lost everything. And I've got nothing but the words saying I'm not okay. Can't you take me? Can't you take me away? Can't you take me? Can't you take me away? I've lost everything. I've lost everything. And I've got nothing but the words saying I'm not okay. Can't you take me? Can't you take me away? Can't you take me? Can't you take me away? I've lost everything. I've lost everything. And I've got nothing but the words saying I'm not okay. Can't you take me? Can't you take me away? Can't you take me? Can't you take me away? I've lost everything. I've lost everything. And I've got nothing but the words saying I'm not okay.
Thank you, guys. We're having a great time here. I have absolutely loved this venue, and since the throes of the COVID times, absolutely dreamed of playing here. And now it seems like all of my bands except for Catfish in the Sky have played here at one point. So I'm so grateful that we finally have made it here. But so thank you to Abby and Matt. We really appreciate you guys. Even as we sneakily creep farther and farther away from folk, we'll come back. I promise. But before we do, we're going to play a tune that it has fiddle, it has cello, it has strings with frets. So we'll call it folk, but this one's by a complete badass of a composer named Chick Corea, and it's called Spain. So I hope you enjoy.
Thank you all so much. Before we play this next one, I'm going to take a brief second to introduce all the people in stage to all of you. So we're going to start all the way down at the end. They've been playing ukulele. They're switching over to guitar now. Absolutely phenomenal. Show Humphreys. Next to them on Cone, also known as the Fruit Box, he's normally a drummer, but we decided that if he got to play his normal instrument, he'd be too good. He writes a lot.
A little bit.
He writes a lot of our songs. He does a lot of our singing, and he is also, fun fact, my roommate. This is Owen Miller. Now we're going to move to the better half of the band, the half with bows. Next to me playing cello, I absolutely adore him. This is Sammy Wetstein. And I'm Ruth Shumway, and I play the fiddle.
Absolutely shredding all hours of the day and night, always down for jams.
Well, I do sleep a little bit. Anyways, this next one is one of my most favorite songs that we do because it is about murder. As many of the best songs are, this one is called Wild Bill Jones. As I went out for to take a little walk, I ran into that Wild Bill Jones. He was a-walking and a-talking by my true lover's side, and I bid him to leave her alone. He said my age is 21, too old to be controlled. I pulled my revolver from my side, and I destroyed that poor boy's soul. He reeled and he staggered and he fell to the floor. He let out one dying moan. He put his arms around my true lover's neck, crying, "Honey, won't you take me home?" So put those handcuffs on me, boys, and lead me to that freight yard gate. I have no friends or relations here, no one for to go my bail. So pass around that old long neck bottle. We'll all go out on a spree. For today was the last of that Wild Bill Jones. Tomorrow be the last of me. They sent me to prison for 20 long years. This old girl, she longs to be free. That Wild Bill Jones and that long neck bottle have both been the wreck of me. So pass around that old long neck bottle. We'll all go out on a spree. For today was the last of that Wild Bill Jones. Tomorrow be the last of me.
Thank you. She's got a crazy freaking voice. We've had past sound checks where they've just like turned off her mic for when she sings that song because they're like, they don't need it. It's crazy. We're gonna keep with the theme, and we're gonna continue with the murder thing. Yeah. We were feeling feisty when we made this set list. This one's
Can't
a
hold
murder.
back.
Yeah. This one I wrote. So I don't know if that makes it. I don't know if that's better or worse that we're doing a murder song I wrote. I hope you enjoy it. We haven't played this one in a long time, so we're trying to put it back in our rotation. So we hope you enjoy. This one's called Queen's Tale.
It's getting a bit hot in here, so I have to take off some layers.
It's a lot hotter now.
I always try to make this a part of the set, and then I forget about it, but guys, it's special, so.
I know, right? Look at those guns.
Was a king who ruled with his queen, but there was no love between her and he, for blood stained the throne and so it had to be. They needed to be wedded to maintain the peace, needed to be wedded to maintain the peace. Needed to be wedded to maintain the peace. Oh, the king was happy with the life that they had. He ruled over his people and he was happy with that. But the queen, well, she said, please let me sing. But the king refused to let her be heard. King refused to let her be heard. Well, she wanted to have a voice, so she yelled at the king, who in return sent her flying to a sea of tears that rushed down her face as she wept. For everything they had was something for him. Everything they had was something for him. To her room alone, where she tore out her heart and hit it like a drum. She still couldn't feel what used to be hers, so she threw it to the floor and looked at the mirror. Threw it to the floor and looked at the mirror. Threw it to the floor and looked at the mirror. She said, oh, what a beautiful queen, so pretty and unhappy. And then she started laughing. Oh, what a beautiful queen, to be hidden from misery, only to not be seen. So she took out her lungs so she couldn't breathe. Yet now she couldn't drown and it was her choice to be. She ripped out her eyes so she couldn't see all of the people the king wanted her to be. All of the people the king wanted her to be. And she said, oh, what a beautiful queen. There's not much left to see except she's more happy. Oh, what a beautiful queen. There's nothing like she's falling down to the ground on the stone cold floor. She's dropped her crown, it has fallen to the edge of the door. So she called and picked it back up in her hands. It was cold like the blood on the throne. She shattered it to pieces and picked up the jagged edges and picked herself back up. Where she walked to the king's chambers to do him one last favor and plunged the crown into his heart. She cackled and she cried and she threw herself crowned side, joining the king forever in the eternal light. And she said, oh, what a beautiful queen. You're pretty and unhappy. And then she started laughing. Oh, what a beautiful queen. There's not much left to see except she's more happy. There's not much left to see except she's more happy. Oh, what a beautiful queen. There's not much left to see except she's more happy. Thank you. We're sticking with me. I'm singing 2 in a row. Hope you're okay with that. Sorry if you're not.
We love Owen's originals.
Too late to change the set list
Too late now, yeah. This one I wrote when I was 16. I brought it to the band because I needed a reason. This is the first song I brought to them because I needed a reason to stay in the band. Because I was insecure because I hit a box. But they kept me
He
around.
hits a box really well.
I do. Thank you.
Try to tell me there's anyone who hits a box as funky as this in all Boston.
He hits the box so well, he broke it.
It's true, I did.
There is a crack in
Yeah.
the middle. We were waiting to see.
We broke it out of high school because I went too hard. Anyways, but yeah, this one is off our EP that's out. You have it. Hey, hope you like it. This is not on streaming services technically, but you can buy it on Bandcamp. We're going to release a full thing on streaming services in a bit, but that'll be a full album. It's a process. But if you want to support us, then you can buy this on Bandcamp. We also have merch here somewhere. I actually don't know where they're selling that. Maybe you guys do.
It's up by the front
We'll
where
listen
you
to
came
Ruth.
in.
It's up by the front by where you came in. We have shirts. we have
Conveniently
stickers.
situated by the exit, so
Yes.
can't escape without.
You can't leave. We didn't
It's
clear
like the
this.
Disney gift shop.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Y'all, the banter's on fire tonight.
So-
Just gotta say,
Thanks.
I'm just over here switching instruments.
All right, well, anyways, this song's got a lot more back. Oh, honey, I've been thinking about the ways that I love you. And honey, I've been thinking that what you say isn't true. Oh Lord, why don't you go home, brighten someone's worthwhile day? Oh Lord, why don't you leave me here and give me a 'cause I'm a wreck. I'm no good to you, shouldn't be lost to you, 'cause I'm a wreck. I'm no good to you, shouldn't be lost to you. You're beautiful in every way, with your golden hair and smile that says everything's okay. And I'm lost in time. The way that I must seem is nothing more than lies. Oh, Lord, why don't you go home and brighten someone's worthwhile day? Oh, Lord, why don't you leave me here and give me a reason to change? 'Cause I'm a wreck. I'm no good to you, shouldn't be lost to you, 'cause I'm a wreck. I'm no good to you, shouldn't be lost to you. Every time I see you, nothing is the same. The rainbow in the clouds is your sun through my rain. Lifeless, I'll drop to my knees and will relay how your light would be much brighter with my shadow far away. But here you pull me in and sing all the ways that I mean everything. And the truth is more than the smile on your face, 'cause you need my heart for your grace. 'Cause we're a wreck, but I'm good to you, at least that can be true. 'Cause we're a wreck, but I'm good to you, at least that can be true. 'Cause we're a wreck, yes, we're a wreck, 'cause we're a wreck, 'cause we're a wreck, 'cause we're a wreck.
Owen Miller, everyone. Woo! This is the first song we learned as a band, and before this, we were like, we're just gonna be like a hippie folk fiddle tune band. But after this, kind of like we should keep this. We should do more of this. So, see the parody entitled "I'm a Rat" coming out soon.
I couldn't enunciate when I first started singing, and our producers thought I was singing different words. That's where that comes from.
We had some explaining to do, so the title track on our album didn't get
No.
messed up a little bit. But next we're going to play our newest song. A couple of weeks ago, Ruth and me spontaneously went to Club Passim, thanks to someone who is here listening to us, who was kind enough to give us tickets to one of our favorite bands called Big Richard.
They are so cool.
They are literally what Big Dick Energy as a four-piece bluegrass band looks like. So if you don't know them, listen to them. They have a wonderful album out, and they're going places. And
We
were
had to steal one of their songs. We really did.
yeah, but we took it down a step, and I am working on my confidence. If you don't know me, this is something that you don't know about me. But if you do know me, this is something you do know about me. And so I figured, what's the most ballsy song I can learn how to sing? And so this is called Greasy Coat. And we would like to say that as a whole, we at Catfish in the Sky Incorporated are not necessarily pro-abstinence, but
The song definitely is. So
but some old-timey songs have some funny words, and so
Here we are.
I'm not a very loud singer, but if you can catch some of the words, you'll see why I say this. But enjoy Greasy Coat. And we would like to say that this is Mary Shumway's favorite song, so this is for you.
I don't drink and I don't smoke and I don't wear no greasy coat. I don't spin and I don't chew and I don't go with the girls that do. I love my ma, I love my pa, I love that girl from Arkansas. I'm burning, beeping love, ain't gotta wear no sheepskin gloves. I don't smoke and I don't drink and I don't go with ones that sing. I don't kiss and I don't tell and all you sinners that go to hell. So tell the preacher, tell the pope that I don't wear no greasy coat.
Thank you, guys. We have two more for you. I know, so sad. That we're going to smush together into one. The first one is, we always end our sets with this one because both of them have special meaning to us. The first one is the first, fiddle tune that we learned as a group together to play at Berkeley's International Folk Festival. This band was formed as an accident to play for that band through lots of miscommunication. Just so much miscommunication formed this band.
It was my fault.
It was her fault. Yeah. Thank you, Ruth, for the miscommunication. Yeah.
And we're actually going to be playing at the same show for the 3rd year in a row next month, which
So-
is really exciting.
if you were interested in that,
Representing, get this, the traditional music of Appalachia.
they don't know.
They haven't figured it out
figured it
yet,
out
and
yet.
it's too late for us to tell them.
Yeah, we'd feel bad. So that's the first one. The second one is a song I wrote about my grandparents and how they met. It's one of my favorite memories of them. So we hope you enjoy that. Thank you to Club Passim for having us. This has been amazing. Please give it up for these guys. And thank you all for coming. Give it up for yourselves too. And the dog. All right. by a will in the stars. He said, I want to get out of here and do what I want. Then on a mailboy route heading south, he delivered to a big old house, and the girl opened and the boy spoke out, and that was their first hello. He thought, I love you, girl, I love your way, I love your style, and I will every day. Love your heart and love your mind, and I love you for the rest of time. And soon we'll be dancing, dancing in the rain. No one will see, but I know they'll be dancing in the rain. They went on a date, paid in pennies at the boys' scrounged together. He knew he had to pay, cause he couldn't yet say that the girl deserved so much better. Then a few weeks later, while walking to a house to see her father, he said, I can tell you something before I keep it going. And he looked her in the eyes and told her, I love you, girl, I love your way, I love your style, and I will every day. I love your heart, I love your mind, I love you for the rest of time. Soon we'll be dancing, dancing in the rain. No one will see, but I know they'll be dancing in the rain. And then they had to go away while paying for college through the Navy. And after 2 years, they went back to base. 2 days later, they were married on his birthday. Then on the honeymoon, he stopped to look outside at the stars that were once his only light. And he turned to her and said, I love you so. And he spent the rest of his life saying, I love you, girl, I love your way, I love your style, and I will every day. I love your heart, I love your mind, I love you for the rest of time. They'll be dancing, dancing in the rain. No one will see, but I know they'll be dancing in the rain. He said, remember you're the light as you're dancing in the rain. Oh, no one will see, but I know they'll be dancing in the rain, the rain, the rain. Thank you all for coming out. We've been Catfish in the Sky. Princess Play was on earlier today. Thank you, Passim, for having us. Have a good night. We hope to see you around soon.
And that's Catfish in the Sky for their Passim debut.
Thank you all for coming out.
And thank you again to Kate McCann, who kicked us off tonight. Be sure to pick up their music on the merch table on your way out, or you can find them on Bandcamp. Be sure to support the artists directly, as well as supporting Passim, because this is the only way that we get them coming back and continuing to make great music for us. So thank you all for coming out tonight. We will see you next month on March 11th for the next Discovery series.